Libras, hello, this is Marta with Universal Power Tarot, and these messages we bring you here are supposed to encourage, elevate, and empower you guys. Yay! Hi Libras, hi. My friends, we reached the 10,000 subscribers. Thank you so much everybody for being here and being part of this beautiful tribe. I really appreciate you guys. And it also means that this comes with a 20% discount on all private readings as well as all extended. So if this reading resonates with you and you've always wanted to try out an extended, go over to Vimeo and or Patreon and check them out if you'd like. All right. Also, if you want to win the private reading, free private reading with Spirit and myself, simply, wow, your cards are out already. Subscribe to the channel and state that you did so below in the thank you in the comment section. Interesting. Yeah, that's it. Also, so funny, I knew that one would come out like face up because we have face down, face up, face down, face up. It's really interesting dynamic already. Yeah. And 4 cards, we'll stay with that for now. It's a general reading, Libra, so it may or may not resonate with you. Please only take what resonates with you and leave the rest behind, because that means it's for somebody else, right? Yeah, you can reverse the placements. It's not gender specific, nor is it time specific. So whenever the message reaches you, it's yours at that time. Yeah, so like I said, that's very interesting. And you've got 2 really powerful cards out here, Libra. First of all, you have the Magician. I mean, that is facing up. I'll show you in a second, right? And then you have the High Priest, who's also extremely powerful and connected and works with magic and rituals and the moon circles, cycles. I never know which word to use, cycles, circles. Maybe someone can explain to me in the comment section because I don't get it. I don't know where the difference is. Is there a difference between cycles and circles? Yeah. Cycles, I would say, probably. Moon cycles here. Strong involvement for some of you of a spirit animal. The wolf keeps showing up in quite a bunch of readings and in dreams of people, so I've heard. So there's strong wolf energy and strong pack energy involved here as well, where before you may have had to go buy it, edit by yourself, right? And then all of a sudden you're like, it's time. Now it's time. The wolf pack is coming together. That sort of a thing. But let's start at the beginning. And 2 guardian angel cards are out for you here already, Libra. So let's see. Oh my goodness. Are you joking? You have the Lovers. Wow. So that's Gemini energy. That's incredible, right? That is so cool to start out with that. So that may actually mean that you just that you are in a very soulful connection here with someone, or that you recently just came into one, depending on where you are in your life's journey. But it's definitely whoever this represents to you here. I don't feel this is internally right now, and you know my style of reading, usually I would say it's internally, but this really feels externally. So interesting. And it's divinely orchestrated. Absolutely divinely orchestrated. And this connection will bring you a lot of enlightenment. A lot of enlightenment. And it's like you two are naturals with each other. You two, that's why these 2 are naked, right? It's like how God made them. That's how they're interacting. And they love one another just the way God made them, right? So that's really beautiful. And the reason for this to come in is because they in turn, this female and this male, have learned themselves how to love themselves. So now we're coming back to the internal, right? So quite beautiful. Quite beautiful. We also have Merkaba energies here with this geometric symbol right here, which is like the vehicle, the spiritual vehicle to visit other dimensions actually, and we'll come back to that in a second. So some of you may actually have been experimenting with the Merkaba, or are looking into it, or are interested in this. Maybe this is sparking your interest in it, right? Yeah, this is definitely something. With the Magician, like I said earlier already, it's something that you manifested. The Magician is also someone who knows their tools, who knows their trade, right? So you must have been practicing whatever your trade is and must have gotten really, really good at that. You see all the tools. He's very, not gender specific, very aware of all the tools that he comes with. Like he has a lot of stuff in his toolbox to use, to manifest, to bring into creation. And one of those may indeed be like a spirit animal, such as a wolf, for example, or working with the moon cycles. Like I said, because it came in strongly in the beginning, working with magic, working with rituals, and that's really good stuff, right? It's just, that's in the realm of the occult. And that name, even me saying it right now, maybe for some of you like, whoa, what are we talking about here? But it's purely love and light. That's also part of love and light. That is part of ancient knowledge, and or not so ancient knowledge, right? But it keeps surfacing more and more nowadays again, because there's a lot of ancient feminine wisdom in this, actually. This does not exclude males at all, right? It's ancient feminine wisdom that is coming through here for sure. Could also mean for some of you working with Isis magic here. And again, this is purely love and light. This is in the realm of unconditional love, and it has been misunderstood for such a long time here, Libra, and has been made out to be something bad, which it is not at all. It's an addition to what is already there. And it is so beneficial to start working with that and start working with the cycles again, and to tune yourself into those, because it automatically also brings you closer to Mother Earth, which is interesting, that phenomenon, right? And that's that. And I'll get to that again, because they keep drawing me to the High Priest here, because a lot of what I already said is going to repeat with the High Priest here. That's the coming together of things, aligning yourself with the magnetism of the earth here, and working with it, learning how to work with it best. King of Pentacles. I'm just needing to check, is this another person? No. Is this Libra? No. That's the situation then. So it is highly successful, right? And highly beneficial, but on the earthly realms. Like, this could be monetary success. It's also someone who is, you know, who knows how to use money as a tool, and knows how to, well, just how to use it, right? And not be used by it. So there must have been a shift in consciousness here for you at some point in your life, where you were just like, I'm not going to be a slave to all of this. I'm going to do things differently. And this is, I feel, very much in the realm of a shift in consciousness here that is happening as well, you know, as well as internally, but also showing externally. And because you've created this abundance inside yourself, this is why all of a sudden those relationships show up in your life. The monetary success shows up in your life. Like, the abundance is going to be visible all around you, but that's because you found it internally first. And that is so cool. And with the High Priest, which is Taurian energy, that's exactly that. Like, having the ability to walk between the realms, the heavenly and the earthly planes, and then other dimensions. There may be dimension jumping involved. It's definitely a spiritual evolution here, with a lot of, again, with a lot of hidden knowledge that is coming back in. Use your, like, intuition. Using your intuition a lot here. But also very aware of the higher view of things, which can be so helpful. And again, I feel there was an evolution for you in consciousness that happened throughout a span of time here, where you found it very helpful to gain that higher perspective to things, because life just becomes so much different when you see things from a higher perspective as well. Yes, you'll see situations and people still on the 3D, but you'll also recognize that there's a different plane here to look at. And then it's so much easier to, you know, because we're all beings of light. And when you are able to see the light in another person, no matter what's going, I'm just going to do this, like above and right here, right? But it's so much easier to accept that 3D stuff, whatever it is that they're putting forth, because you in turn, and myself, of course, everyone has that 3D kind of a thing, or that ego kind of a thing that is acting out certain things, right? That is happening. We all do this, and we see it in others, but it is so helpful if we have that higher perspective and recognize us on that higher plane and see, oh wow, you're a light being as well, as we all are. And this in turn brings in the most beautiful things, because you then in turn have manifested the most beautiful things as you were focusing more and more on the higher perspective of things. Really beautiful, Libra. Now they want me to read to you the Guardian Angel card. There's two. The other one I'll read to you in the extended. You have relax. There is plenty of time to do and achieve all you desire. Place your hands gently on your heart and allow your breath to guide you to a quiet space within. Imagine yourself bathed in golden light flowing from the eternal heart of God. I, your guardian angel, am with you. Allow me into your heart. You will accomplish more by focusing on that which is most important in life, love. So fitting that they wanted me to read it right now. As you know, for those of you that have been following me a while, I don't read these up front because I don't want to spoil myself. So it's always interesting to see how they come in and when, because it's always so fitting. Oh, wow. Your next card out is the Woodward with the number 11 breaking down to a 2. 2 in this case is the divine feminine and the divine masculine here. With the lynx energy that is here too, again, another spirit animal. And the lynx is an energy that is very protective of their youngsters, of their nest, right? Whatever they're building. I don't think it's called a nest, but their, whatever it is, their home, the lynx home. And this is also, there's also connotation about going traveling, like shamanic journeying and shape-shifting, because you can in meditation as well all of a sudden transform into a different life form, for example an eagle or a lynx or a wolf, and then see it with their eyes and experience, actually feel and experience this, which is so cool. So this is must be very specific for some of you. For others, this is worth a shot, like trying that out. And it's like, this is you actually, Libra. You sipping that cup of tea. It's kind of stoic right there, protecting the young if you do have kids, and protecting the family, protecting friends, but also like guarding your own internal world here, right? Because the Woodward doesn't let any energies in that are not suited, that could potentially harm the forest, right? And that's why they're there. And you've been there for a while, it feels like, and you still hold that cup of tea and you're like, yeah, I'm more relaxed over here. I'm just waiting. I really like my job. That's kind of like the vibe I'm getting with this. So interesting. Yeah, and we're immediately drawn, of course, because there's another eagle here up front, right? Denoting to the higher view. You actually enjoy this because since you do have the higher view of things, you can immediately recognize and spot certain things and behaviors in people because you've been there too. And thus it is much easier for you to not really overlook, but understand certain behaviors of people differently and still love them. That's interesting, right? We don't have to be friends, but you very much have the ability to see the higher perspective and see their light being within them. Thank you. Oh, wow. Yeah, and that's why you're the Woodward. Wow. 3 of Arrows, jealousy. This is heartbreak, right? Heart on fire. No wonder you've been standing there and like guarding this, because you're just like, oh, I'm on guard, but I'm not getting so much like of a hostile energy here at all. But whoever wants to come in here and be friends with you and wants to be connected on this soul level with you, I mean, they are automatically, but for them to come into your life, they need to jump through a hoop or two, right? And this is not a bad thing, I feel, because again, you're not out to hurt anyone, or you're not out to like cause any trouble, but you will make sure that your boundaries are not overstepped here for sure. And you want to know, are you a friend or are you a foe? You really want to know, and you might even test someone who is coming in. And that has to do with that heartbreak that you've experienced at some point in your life, of course, as we all have. Yeah. And jealousy could have been involved in this. It now actually looks like a story that is unfolding here, which is quite interesting. Look at this. It's like this looks like out of a children's book. This could very well be like just an image, and these two go together so well because he's guarding that. It's like there's a mark on a tree that is making it fairly visible to other people. It's like a warning, kind of. And you're just right here in that landscape and standing right there guarding that space, because it's like Libra's like, here you go, I'm an open book. Here's what happened to me. My heart got broken, right? If you can accept that for now, we can move past that. You know, that's that kind of a hoop. So you may be very willing to tell someone about your situation in order to determine whether you're going to let them enter or not. Right. Okay. What else do you have for Libra, please? What else do you have for Libra, please? Thank you. Wow. Strong protective energy. Queen of Stones with the bear. Another one, another card who is super protective of their young, right? So this could be very specific message for some of you who are a single mom or a single dad, where actually there's more in the game than just yourself, where there's kids involved, where it really matters, right? That because they still need protection, right? And you do with your life whatever you feel is right and whatever fits, right? But it looks to me like you're very protective of that here. And if no kids are involved, then it's just like you find yourself so worthy of protecting, since you are standing so true in your own self-love and self-worth here, that someone's going to have a hard time like coming in here unless they mean really well. And you can see their good intentions. Yeah, this is also, you must have, because I can't see past that. That's so interesting, right? It's like we're still at the front gate, and with that one too, we're still at the front gate. They haven't seen your home yet, neither have I. I haven't seen your home, but it feels fairly cozy, so you must have invested in that. So you may have a good job, you may have a really nice home, like really nicely put together, something like that, but it's definitely worth your protection here. Oh, Seven of Vessels, morning, yeah. And that's that there's a need to you for, oh my God. Okay, let me show you. Remember how I told you are sipping on your cup of tea? You've sipped a lot of cups of teas. You've been there for a while, like I said, right? And those are the ones that you've sipped already, and now it's time to finish that cup of tea and step away from that entrance and do some mourning. It's time to, wow, maybe burn some pictures. Wow, this is very specific. So for some of you, this may have meant that a marriage ended and you still have pictures of that person or letters, and that still really touches your heart. And there's a sense of just burn them. And not in the sense of revenge, but in the sense of finally letting go and finally freeing yourself. And this is why the mourning is here too, so you can finally free yourself from that and no longer have to guard yourself. Because remember, there's a lot of projecting in it, and I'm not saying it to judge at all. Oh my God, I can so feel it, right? And I know where you're coming from. It's just at this point, Libra, not very beneficial to you anymore, because it hinders others, especially when you desire such a deeply committed relationship. It hinders others from coming in and from breaking through to you. Again, they'll be left at the front gate. Yeah, and there's a time for this to just end, but you have to feel some of that again. You have to feel into some of that heartbreak again and just mourn over it for a little bit. It'll pass through quickly, but it's important that that is coming down, right? That you take that burning heart down, that you erase the flames, just pour some water over it and put it to rest. Put it to rest, Libra, because it's hindering you at this point. Yeah, we're going to pull more cards in the extended here for you to find out even more, first of all, where you're going and how you can more so help yourself with oracle cards and advice from spirit, possibly also channeled information. on how to help you here, how you can best go about it, and what a possible outcome here is. So if you'd like to follow us over there, again, 20% on all the extendeds on Vimeo, or you can join Patreon, whichever suits you best. Link down in the comment section as well as the description box. All right, much love, my friends. I'll see you. Bye.